So right now I'm living in a place that is trying to build an intentional community, and in the process I'm just learning so much. I have to say it's been challenging. It's been a whole process of self-exploration, of understanding what's my role, where do I fit into this new paradigm? Because what we're trying to create here is outside of any known way of living. At least in my experience, we're coming back to this idea of the tribe and to the idea of stewarding land in a way that is just foreign to us. So it's a whole process of learning for everybody involved, and it's an eternal school. There's never an end to it. And we're always having to learn and adapt to everything. So of course it's going to be challenging. There is no such thing as a community that is being built that doesn't have its challenges, because ultimately we all come from a society that has encouraged us to be extremely individualistic and to focus on our needs and how we're going to sustain ourselves and to not think about the collective. And so to come together and have to make decisions collectively is asking us to really step outside our comfort zone and utilize skills that we just simply haven't developed. One thing that I personally right now am dealing with, that I observe on this land where I live, that's a challenge, is the masculine-feminine dynamics. I was recently talking with a friend about how in Costa Rica we notice that unlike back home in Canada where, like the roles of men and women are really mixed, here it seems to be more like women do this and men do this. And to be honest, for me, that's comforting. Because ultimately, I feel that as a woman, I am a mother, and my place is to nurture. My place is to nourish, is to take care. Whereas my partner's role is more to protect and is more to solidify, is more to build things that are solid. I think that there's no denying it that society has a hard time acknowledging the role of a mother as something that's sacred, as something that needs to be supported, as something that is just as valuable as any working job, right? And so women need space to come together to be able to support one another. My dream is to see my child be born into a community where the child is supported by the entire community, and especially by other mothers who are there, who can support in breastfeeding, support in taking care, support in all the ways that is necessary, and we can mutually support each other, and then the babies can grow up together and go to school together and experience life together and learn from other parents, to not necessarily take on my conditioning, my partner's conditioning, but to be exposed to a whole other array of people and experiences and everything. This, of course, requires a lot of space for the feminine. We have to remove the idea that like doing and structure is what's most important all the time. And of course we need that. We need that, otherwise we can't get anything built and done. But we need to leave space for the feminine. And I mean the feminine in a physical way and in an energetic way. So yes, the feminine, I was talking about mothers and also just like women coming together. There's so much power in women coming together. We remember our power. We remember who we are. We remember why we're here. It's a really necessary experience to create spaces for that. All the while also nurturing the feminine energetics, where we listen, we receive. We're not in a doing all the time. We're in a allowing things to flow, letting things come, receiving, being open and receptive. And this is for everybody in the community, of course. And, where I'm living right now, this is the issue. The issue is that there is a blockage to feminine energy. And I had a mama who came in very recently. And I didn't speak about this to her previously. I didn't share with her how I felt about the masculine and feminine dynamics of the land. She was saying, yeah, I felt there was a lot of masculine energy here. There's a block to the feminine. And yet the land is so feminine. And when I feel into what it's asking of us, it's to bring in more feminine energetics, more feminine healing, more women and men coming together, but honoring that, honoring the beauty of it. And of course, if we can balance out these energetics, then as women, we have more space to be heard. Of course, we need to take that space We need to speak up for ourselves, use our voices. But if the space is created, then it is safe for us to do so. And we can ignite true change. It's all about balance. And I have heard so many mothers in Costa Rica share about how they long for their baby to be able to live in community. And it honestly breaks my heart to think about all of these longings that are not manifesting, or that are just taking so long and requiring so much patience. And for me, it's hard. It's hard to observe. It's hard to experience. And I recognize that many of us are doing what we can with the circumstances of life, with the obstacles that make it freaking hard to live in community. There's no argument. There are so many things that make it hard. And I have yet to truly see a model that is like, wow, that is working like exactly as it should. I have total trust and faith that in the future these models exist, that we will see children thrive and children grow up in a way that is community focused. It's like my deepest longing. So I just keep holding that vision, and I hope that if more of us do, it will manifest. So if you share this with me, please continue to hold it. The children of the earth need it. The babies that are being born now, as we know, are not of the same frequency. They need different things, and they are the builders of whatever future we're creating. It's up to us. If this message resonates, again, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in that next one.